It is a great honor to be here in Moncton, a great capital of the Francophonie, of logistics, and really an important hub to the entire Atlantic economy. I had a great meeting with Mayor Crossman and Councillor Turner talking about their plans to speed up permits, lower costs, lower taxes, fight crime and drug addiction in the street. I want to congratulate them for their hard work and look forward to working with them even more. Unfortunately, they are facing the terrible policies that the Liberal government has imposed, that it costs too much to live in towns like Moncton and other cities across the country. The crime is out of control. Here's the facts. Violent crime is up 82% in Moncton since the Liberals took office. Sexual assaults up 211%. Firearms crimes 226%. Motor vehicle theft up 240%. Extortion up 1,100%. Local first responders had to respond to as many as 50 overdose calls in a single day. The crime rate is not just up over the last 11 years of Liberal government, but since last year. It's getting worse since Carney took over. Crime is up 5.7%. The total cost of an average home has more than doubled in Moncton, and rent is up 80% under the Liberals. That's what Liberals have done to reward Moncton residents for having a Liberal MP. More crime, more costs, more rent, and more of the same. Nearly 780 people were homeless in April, which is an astounding number in a town of 100,000 people. According to Statistics Canada, food prices are up 3.4% year over year here in Moncton. The province saw an incredible 32,000 visits to the food bank in 2025, up 73% since the Liberals took office. But we have to have hope. We have to have hope. Because despite the fact that under Mark Carney it's been more cost, more crime, and more of the same, Moncton's motto is Resurgo, I rise again. And the people of Moncton and all of Canada will rise again. We have a future of affordability, of safety, and of hope, and that's what Conservatives are fighting for. I told the Mayor we want to eliminate all gas taxes for the rest of the year to save people 25 cents a litre, 20 bucks to fill up, $1,000 through to Christmas. Also, to make it easier to transport goods to and from Moncton, make this logistic hub we have here in Moncton even more economically powerful, because when you have affordable fuel, you can move more goods across the region at lower prices, lower grocery bills. We want to cut back on the bureaucracy, consultants, foreign aid, corporate welfare, handouts to fake and phony refugees to bring down inflation, debt, and taxes. We also want to incentivize municipalities to speed up permits, free up land, and allow more affordable home building for our young people. Finally, we have to make our streets safe again, and we will end the scourge of crime and drugs in the streets of Moncton. With tougher laws, we're going to end Liberal bail, keep repeat offenders behind bars so that they can no longer offend. We have to, even the Mayor was telling me about one particular offender released dozens and dozens of times to terrorize the community, keep him and others behind bars. A full and real ban on all hard drugs, including for possession. We can require those who are in the streets regularly possessing prohibited substances to get into treatment and recovery, using Harvest House as a great example of recovery. Abstinence-based recovery is the only way to do it. Getting people off drugs will restore peace in our community. So Conservatives are fighting for an affordable Moncton, a peaceful Moncton, a safe Moncton, and a hopeful Moncton. We will rise again. Thank you very much.
On the tariffs, would you support using Canadian energy or potash exports as a way to retaliate or force a deal?
Not as a way to retaliate. I believe it should be used as, there's two types of leverage. There's negative leverage where you threaten something. There's positive leverage where you can offer something to get something in return. So banning or taxing the export of Canadian resources would only kill tens, if not hundreds of thousands of Canadian jobs. And we would be tariffing ourselves in that case. That would not be a good idea. However, we can use our resources as a positive point of leverage by proposing to increase oil production and exports and building up a Canadian strategic energy and mineral reserve tailored for tariff-free partners. So we say to our American friends, we've got 10 of the 12 NATO-defined minerals needed to fight a war. We've got the minerals needed to fertilize your crops. We've got the 4th biggest oil supply in the world. We can tailor our production and storage of these things for your purchase, particularly in the event of a crisis or a war, if you give us tariff-free access to your country. In that way, we are using these things as an incentive to get the Americans to give us something in return. We know the Americans are very worried about having the minerals necessary to make fighter jets, to make semiconductors, to make infrared armor-piercing ammunition. They need our minerals for all of those things. We can say to them, look, we can have those in a reserve for you, and we will tailor it for the interests of our tariff-free allies, but in return, for us doing that positive act, we would like to have tariff-free aluminum, steel, autos, and lumber to your market.
And secondly, as a member of Parliament from Alberta, do you fly WestJet, and how do you feel about a potential strike at WestJet?
So I fly all 3 airlines, Porter, WestJet, and Air Canada. I'm on the side of paying workers for every minute they work. You know, when most people show up for a job, when they set foot in the door and the clock starts ticking, they get paid. The airline attendants are not paid for the grounded time, and they're helping us put our baggage away, giving us a security briefing, waiting for the de-icing and any mechanical maintenance that has to be done before liftoff. Or when there's a delay, they're sitting there for hours at a time, and they're not getting paid. This isn't a vacation for them. So Conservatives believe that all the airlines should be paying their flight attendants from the time they show up to work to the time they leave. And that's a very fair thing, and we encourage 2 parties to get to the table, avoid a strike, and pay the workers for every minute they work.
Any thoughts on the Chicoutimi by-election? What do you think your chances are there?
We think it's a chance for the people of Chicoutimi to send a message that life costs too much. After 11 years of the Liberals, they have failed to defend aluminum and forestry against President Trump. The tariffs on forestry have tripled under Mark Carney, and they have doubled on aluminum. So he has been failing, and this is a chance for the people of Chicoutimi to send a message. Enough is enough. We want to fight for and defend our aluminum and forestry workers. We want affordable gas at the pumps and affordable groceries at the store. We want the people of Chicoutimi to be able to fill their grocery cart, their bank account, and their gas tank all at the same time.